We are back. He is here. He is Hudson Williams, starring as Shane Hollander in Heated Rivalry. Hottest show going right now. All 6 episodes are now streaming on HBO Max. Dude, what a pinch me moment for you.
Yeah, it's pretty surreal.
Yes. And of course, I'm talking about being on this show.
Yes.
This show. What has been the most surreal moment for you in all of this Heated Rivalry madness?
It would be hard to pick one.
Yeah.
The fans recognizing you in parts of, Vancouver, LA, different areas. I'm like, surely people won't recognize me here, won't come up to me. They do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. And then the other element is just all the expectations we had, even from the producers, Jacob. It just shattered everything that we even dreamed of.
I bet.
So that was crazy.
Were you a good skater before this?
I couldn't skate.
Really?
I could waddle.
Okay.
Clockwise and counter.
Okay.
And
How
that's
long
where
did
ended.
it take you to learn?
Oh God.
Like
I would say a week before I could skate comfortably.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Like 7 skating lessons, I would say.
Okay.
That's great.
All right. Can you play hockey?
That is the farthest stretch I've ever heard. No. I can look like I know what I'm doing.
Can. Yes.
Other people would argue I can't, and then that's it.
Right.
That's all I can do.
How long did you have to train to make out?
Oh, no, nothing. That was
You
just
knew.
like, they were
Naturally.
like,
You
stop
knew.
kissing during this scene.
Yes.
You guys are playing hockey.
It may
Don't touch
be
'em there.
it may be a gay hockey show, but it's really a story about love. And I'm wondering if there are any reactions from men, gay or straight, that have particularly stuck with you.
Yeah, it's definitely the people who reach out somewhat anonymously, who are like, I'm a professional player still, and I'm still in the closet.
You've heard from closeted players.
Yeah.
Closeted hockey players?
Hockey players, football players, basketball players.
Wow.
Yeah. So then they're reaching out to like Rachel, our author, who will then like kind of relay these lovely anonymous emails.
Yes.
And sometimes they're just reaching out privately through like Instagram, and those ones are the ones that really just kind of hit you and go, oh, so this is a fun show and it's celebratory, but also sometimes it's just hitting people right in the nose.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've spoken for so many years with Sean Avery, who's a former pro NHL player, who has said there are definitely gay hockey players in the NHL.
Yeah.
And so, have you heard from any NHL players that are closeted?
Not that I know of.
Right.
Yeah. I've heard like pro hockey. I'm not sure if some of them were NHL, but I wouldn't know the specific.
It's amazing to me and annoying to me that there's a discourse about the show going on that it's really graphic. People are like, oh, it's really graphic.
Yeah.
But it's actually no more graphic than Bridgerton or any other show that shows straight sex.
Exactly.
What's your reaction to that?
That was something even going in that Jacob was very sort of like explicit in talking with us, and also kind of just being real with his grievances of going like, if this were straight sex scenes, people would be like, oh, it's not, we don't see anything, like there are no boobs in the show, there's no dicks in the show, there's just a lot of butt. But if that was
beautiful butts, congratulations,
thank you so much. I got a lot of Connor Story butt posters in my room. But no, like if that were a straight intimate scenes, it wouldn't be talked about in the way
whatsoever.
No.
Your chemistry with Connor is so great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible. What is your text relationship like with him as you're off enjoying the fame of the show?
He's an awful texter.
Is he?
Not great in that way, but we'll just FaceTime each other or call each other randomly, very consistently. And that has sort of been my stability, especially through this.
Yes.
Is just having my best friend who is in the same position I am and dealing with the different, the details are different of how we're dealing with things.
Yeah,
there's got to be a lot of waves of reception. When did you meet? Did you audition together?
Yeah, I had a chemistry read with him, and then I met him in person like a week before we were shooting day one, which had a lot of crazy scenes in it.
Wow.
I heard the first scene you shot was the Las Vegas hotel scene where Shane kind of
comes out to Ilya. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I mean, he
we
pleasures himself in front of Ilya, right?
We shot the Florida scene where I come out to Ilya first.
Okay.
I think. And then, after that, it's just, I was proned and...
I mean, when you go head first, so to speak,
yes,
into that, I mean, that's a real...
breaking the ice.
That is really breaking
Shattered.
The ice. What was that like for you? Was that hard? Was that...
No. I just loved the story and never did the intimate scenes feel gratuitous.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of levity on set. It's not like we're like, okay, here's this heavy scene, because it's, they're enjoying it. They're having a great time. They're having a ball,
They are.
They're having a puck.
It was fun to watch. The phone call scene between you and Ilya, where he's pouring his heart out to you in Russian. I was convinced that it was going to come out later in that episode that Shane knew Russian.
Right. Wow. Okay.
And that you understood everything that he was saying to you. Mm-hmm. Do you think that in that decade of them knowing each other that Shane could have done a little Duolingo? Learn a little Russian?
Yeah, a little Rosetta Stone for that time.
Yeah.
I think he definitely was studying Russian to the degree of which he understood everything.
Yeah.
No, but when I read that script, there was the English translation is right next to the Russian in the script. And so I sort of decided to play it as if I knew everything he was saying, and he was reading it in the stairwell. I think one take he read it in English and one he read it in Russian. And I think I liked the English take version more because everything was felt, and I was playing it as such.
Are you aware of the Release the Fleece movement on Threads? Fans want to be able to buy Shane's Team Canada fleece from the Olympics. Are you trying to manifest that?
I was trying to steal that, and then I forgot to ask Wardrobe to give it to me at the end, and I really wanted it.
No.
I know. That's still my only regret from season 1.
Your only regret?
The only regret is not getting that fleece.
Pretty good.
Wow, that's good. You're getting rave reviews for your acting, but especially your micro expressions. You have the ability to quiver your chin, eyebrow work. Are those tiny moments things that you worked on in advance, or were you able to feel that at the time?
I've always liked actors that do the kind of minutia really well, and where you just see the little things. Like Adam Driver's really good. What's his name? T.O.U. The guy from Past Lives. I don't know his name, but very good in those subtle moments. So there's a lot of things I was stealing, but at the end of the day, you just do have to just feel what you're feeling, and then I understood that Shane, there needs to be a way to show it because his voice is kind of capped and restricted. So I'm like, I need to find a way to bring people in so they're not just staring at a brick wall.
Yes. The skincare doesn't hurt either.
Yeah, the skincare. The pores tell the story, or the lack of.
How many steps are we looking at today?
Today, since I got made fun of so much for how much I was bringing through security with my double bags, I fit it all into one bag.
Good.
Nice.
And I only don't have to check.
That's progress.
No, we do not. I have a moisturizer, a serum, and a toner. That's all I brought.
There you go.
No sunscreen? You got to protect that. That's most important.
Did you already know how to make a loon call before getting the role, or?
Nope. I could do the really bad one.
Okay.
But they got a professional loon caller.
Oh, they did.
That's what I've been saying. I've been lying.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what they did.
Okay.
But
you can't do it.
Yeah. Not to the degree of which it's in the show.
Right.
That's a loon.
Shane has such a beautiful coming out to his parents. What's your hope that people take away from that? I've got to think that scene is going to be so impactful for so many people.
Yeah. I think it's that, some people don't necessarily have the benefit of having parents that maybe would be as supportive as his parents were. And even his parents, there's a degree of clinicalness to it. I think there's what about Reebok? What about, it's not the perfect open arms.
Yeah.
But I hope that people can take that the feeling that you're not alone, and that's not something that should be fantasy. It should be just what you kind of deserve, and whether that is your parents or not, that you deserve a community and a family, really, that just kind of puts their arms around you and lets you know that you deserve that.
Yeah. Have you seen any of the Heated Rivalry fan pages, Reddit pages, Threads pages?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we got a lot of questions from Threads for you. Let me run through some of them, okay? Got a lot of questions wanting to know where the scar on your shoulder came from. Was that from MMA fighting?
To a degree. I hid that from my mom for a year. I told her I tripped and fell at this barn party. I fought next to some cows. It was at a barn, kind of like, I grew up in a small town.
Yeah.
And this guy wanted to fight me or my friends. He just wanted to fight one of us.
Okay.
And then they were like, Hudson, we're like too drunk. Do you want to fight him? And I was like, yeah, if we have like a referee. So my friend who did MMA with me kind of like was a referee, and I was like, if one of us falls, you have to catch us. We kind of set some loose rules, and then we were like, no wrestling, but then we wrestled and then tussled.
That's how it happened.
And then a rock opened up my no stitches.
Rock?
Yeah, a little rock in the ground after we flipped and tumbled.
That's exactly how I got my scar on my shoulder.
Wow.
Yes.
That's what's going on in Canada.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Cow fights.
Cow fights.
Joe Graff 93 said, did you have any nerves approaching a project with so much intimacy and nudity, or were you like, absolutely, please fold me in half?
Fold me in half, turn me into a pretzel, every position. We didn't hit enough. Hopefully season 2 we can fix that.
Yes. I love how verse the guys are, by the way.
Yes.
Oh, they're flipping.
Yes.
Yeah, they're
flipping out.
They're flipping, they're rocking.
Was that a conversation?
In how versed they are?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. There was like, it was very deliberate with how much or how little they're good at this, you know, and those things were rehearsed well before we even got there on the day of, like, you know, the first couple times nothing fully happens, but no, there was no fear there. The only thing I think I had fear of is I asked Jacob, I was like, how are you shooting this?
Right.
Because I'd seen his other 2 shows and they're very well lit.
Yes.
And I didn't want to be that well lit.
Yes.
There are cavities where there should be shadows.
That is a gay thing to say. We appreciate that. The lighting in here, especially, like,
atrocious.
we need it down.
It's not good.
No,
I would
it's
not
not
do
good.
those scenes in here.
No,
You look
please
good.
don't.
Yeah,
you look good.
maybe I would. But.
Molly Peppers wants to know your favorite shape of pasta. She needs to have this answered.
Wait, let's guess.
Spaghetti, okay, sucks. Rigatoni's awful. I like a noodle or a penne noodle.
Oh, yeah.
Straightforward.
Fettuccine.
Gonzalez wants to know, we need to know how he feels about Snoopy. Do you know about the Twitter account that compares him and Shane to Snoopy?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of just me next to Snoopy. I don't know if the Snoopy comes first or me.
Okay.
But I'll do something and then they'll show Snoopy doing that exact thing.
Wow.
I'm like,
Okay.
did you create that or am I
Okay.
just Snoopy?
I'm a huge Snoopy guy. So
I
that's a
love
compliment.
Snoopy.
Oh, okay.
I love Snoopy. I do a Snoopy dance well before the show.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Andrea Guareguata wants to know, was there any moment that didn't feel as significant filming, but was a huge deal when it was presented on screen? Something the fans reacted to that didn't feel monumental at the time, but now has resonated.
Huh. Ooh. Maybe the wow genetic. Like, I just remember everyone was like saying like, oh, how he says wow genetic, and I was like, oh, I was just kind of
Right.
I was like, that's just how I did it.
Right.
Just do that naturally, I guess.
Yes. By the way, what does your family think of the show?
They love it.
Yeah.
My mom was an instant fan. My dad as well. I think some other distant family members were like, "It's a hockey show," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a hockey show."
You and Connor are presenting on the Golden Globes.
Yeah,
You excited?
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm gonna hopefully not like pee myself or something.
I hope
You'll
don't
be
pee yourself.
fine.
Anyone specific that you're excited to see?
I have a lot of just like, I'm always stealing. I'm always referencing other actors, and so I think there's a long list of people I think I would just kind of blow smoke up their
ass.
Yeah.
Abby Deck said, it feels as if you both are making a huge impact in dismantling toxic masculinity in the world, not just as your characters, but as yourselves in interviews. As women, we crave more men like you in the world. What do you accredit your nature to? Is it from parenting, classes, media, a mixture of it all, or is it just who you are?
Yeah. Oh my God. That's really sweet.
I think that's really true.
It is really true.
Sweet.
You're like the chillest, nicest guy too, and it's like a lot of actors, I think, at this stage would be freaked out,
right?
Or have walls up.
Well, it's always been something that's frustrated me. Not even with like other men, but also like just there's a lot of, how do you Americans say taboo? Taboos around just, yes, I have to clarify, exploring physical intimacy with just people you admire and love without people, especially in like Western culture of like, oh, they're fucking, they're doing this. And so I just was always frustrated by these kind of notions, and especially with Connor, who I love dearly, it was something I was always kind of adamant that no matter what people think or want to infer, like I'm always going to just physically express my love. And yeah, definitely healthy parents, acting class. I feel like if you're still biased or jaded or uncomfortable with expressing physical love for people in 2025, you gotta fucking just, pick that up and get over yourself.
Abby, A. Caroline, this is a good one. A. Caroline 9. What was the most challenging scene, not technically, but emotionally? What's something about this moment in your life? Okay, yeah, I want to know. Was there an emotionally,
I think the scene coming out to my mom's scene was really tough because I wouldn't go about that the same. Like if I had this like moment, like a very emotional moment with my mother in real life, it would just be kind of like, I'm sad as hell, I'm just gonna cry and you're just gonna hold me. But that's not their relationship. It's a little bit more
guarded,
sterile, a little bit more guarded, and kind of like, okay, enough. Not like my mom would just be like, keep crying, let's cry forever. So like the lack of eye contact, things like that were kind of deliberate, and they didn't feel as released as I would want as me, Hudson. But for Shane, it made sense that he can't, even in that moment, fully let his walls down and just like break.
If this is a good one, Marley's mini library said if he could go back and give himself one piece of advice before the show aired, what would it be?
Strap in, vex all your social medias, and that's it.
You mean like clear your old stuff?
Yeah, there's nothing much, but just like people are finding my friends, people are finding family and other, like I don't care about anything. Like you can look at whatever I said, I don't care. But other people in my life, like my other actor friends, they're not trying to screen their own social media, and they don't want to be broadcasted.
Yes.
So protecting other people.
How do you feel about the intense now speculation about your personal life, your private life, your dating life? Where does that sit with you?
I'm pretty chill. So like on the scale of freaking me out, it's like a 2 out of 10.
Okay,
good.
But I'm not really too. I'm kind of indifferent. At the end of the day, I trust there are going to be people who just have crazy reactions to it, but those people can kind of go like take a hike, because the people who have a healthy reaction to it are the only people that I care about or really respect for having like a developed frontal cortex. And the rest are just Neanderthals.
Why, if it took 30-something days to shoot season 1?
Yeah, 37 days.
Why do we have to wait so long for season 2? I don't get it.
Because
it's 2027.
Jacob Tierney sucks. Is
what
end
the
of the
fuck,
day.
Fuck him. Any idea? Are there no script? But there are books that this will be based
books. On. It's this season adapted 2 books. What Jacob Tierney does for season 2, I don't know.
Right.
But this killed him. Like I think what people don't know is like he was giving in final cuts of the episodes 2 days before they screened.
Oh, really?
And then like finally I called him recently after like the final episode went out, and I was like, how are you doing? He was like, good.
Right.
And I was like, why do you sound like a ghoul? And he's like, the show, it's killed me.
Like a ghoul.
And I was like, God. I was like, I'm going to hang up because this is like making me uncomfortable listening to you like this.
Yes.
But like go drink some like honey tea.
Yeah.
Right.
Recuperate. Yeah, he should be hibernating.
So what are you going to do? Do you have something lined up for before you go into season 2 of Heated Rivalry?
No, I would hope to. I have meetings. I have meetings with very important people.
Yes, you do.
And very great artists.
Yes, you do.
Because, of course.
Do you have an idea of what you want to do? Like, do you have a wish list and a dream list of like the people you do want to meet?
Great filmmakers. I just want to work, like, there's a lot of people out there where you don't even have to send me a script. I just need to be like, who's on it? I'll do it.
Yeah.
You know, you're an background extra. I don't care. I'll just be on that.
When you watch the show, are you happy with your performance?
Yes. I feel like I did what I want to do, but it's weird because I feel like Connor and I both have to watch each episode twice to get a more objective point of view, because the first time we watched, we're like, oh, that went there.
Right.
Oh, I was acting that on a different day. Does that match this? We have all these concerns. And the second time we can just be more of a...
Go with it as a viewer.
Yeah, more of a viewer.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite episode?
Ooh. I like 5 and 6.
Yeah.
I like 5 and 6, I think, are the best ones.
Were you happy with the ending of this season?
Yeah, I'm really happy with it, but I do feel like there's more to be, you know, kind of unpacked for season 2.
What was your reaction? There's video, I think, of you guys watching the kiss for the first time.
Yeah.
What was that like for you?
Oh, that was it was really sweet when they cheered, but then I guess Jacob gave a note to be like, okay, this one, no one cheer, go silent.
Okay.
And then so watching that from above, and it feels pretty real. You know, you see him bring him down, he comes down the whole steps, and then seeing the whole hockey team and all the other like people who are playing, the wives and friends and family, go quiet, it kind of like made our stomachs like twist. Because we're like, that would be, that felt like a nightmare.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so interesting that he did it both ways.
Yeah.
How is it in the book? Do you know? Did you read the book?
I've read not the book that Scott's based off, but in Heated Rivalry, the book, you just kind of get this kiss, and then you get their reactions to it. You don't go down on the ice with them.
Yes.
So when I read Heated Rivalry, I was like, who the hell are these guys? Like, I was like, there's more gay hockey players. I was like, whoa, cool.
Right.
But I just because I didn't read.
Right.
Book
You're
one
like, there's
first.
a barista?
Yeah. You make
Smoothies.
Smoothie?
Kip?
Okay.
Yeah.
How about this? Wow. What other Canadian shows do we need to get on board with? By the way, Canada is just sweeping
Canada's
America.
booming.
We
Yeah.
love Canadian entertainment.
Letterkenny, Schitt's Creek, all the ones that I know have kind of broken the containment of just Canada.
Yeah.
But I don't really watch television, unfortunately.
You don't?
No, I watch movies. I watch films.
Yes. You're an actor.
I'm very studious.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 24, but I'm 24.
Okay.
25. 25. I'm 25.
Sure. Final answer?
When's your birthday? What's your sign?
I'm an Aquarius. I don't know my rising.
What date?
February 13th, 2001.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So you're going to be 26.
I am going to be 26.
Yeah, you're about, you better get used to that.
So maybe I should just start saying 26.
Round up.
Round up.
Maybe.
I said
Round up.
24. Maybe I should just start.
I know. You
I need
said
to take some
24.
years off.
You gonna have a big birthday party? I think you should. Treat yourself.
Big for me is like 30 people.
Okay.
So
Do you have where do you live?
I'll tell the exact address. Okay.
No.
So
Do you live in LA?
No, I live in Vancouver.
You do?
Kind of like in a sub district.
We dox people here. That's what we do.
No.
Yes.
No. We're definitely
You guys
not
are some
gonna
real demois over here.
Yeah, we are.
I said it.
You did.
I did.
Boy, they've been really kicking up.
I love them. They're my best
You do?
friends. We've made up. I've been on their podcast a bunch.
Oh, is that true?
No.
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 I get it was kind of that kind of attention that I was wondering
Yeah.
about.
I don't really care.
You don't?
No. I'm just always like, do other people care? Should I care? But I'm always kind of like shrugging, and then I'm like, oh, Probably. Like I just had my agent just called me yesterday, and she was like, you need to pass this stuff on, and I'm like, oh yeah, because sometimes I'm just kind of struggling, like, ugh, you guys,
right?
Well,
you have a really good attitude.
I hope.
No, I think you do.
Okay,
I mean,
good.
I think you're really rolling with this well.
Yeah, I'm just always asleep or like eating.
It seems like you have a good team of people around you too to help you kind of navigate what's happening.
That's true. I do have just great people around me who don't really buy into that. They're not always on their phone, so then all this stuff doesn't exist. Sort of like a false reality.
Well, that
you just
is the
press
thing.
The button.
Yes,
and then it.
If you don't go on Dumois isn't there.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
If Dumois falls down in the woods, do we hear it?
Do we hear them?
Right.
Well, I would hear it because I'd be there to save them and resuscitate.
And you'd be fighting next to a pile of cows.
There you go.
We gotta save true journalism.
Right.
Dumois.
Hudson Williams, you are a delight. You're a great actor. We love the show. We were so excited to meet you, and you did not disappoint. Anyone, if you're out there and you haven't watched Heated Rivalry, watch it. It's going to make you smile. It's going to move you. It's going to turn you on. And season 2 will be here before you know it. 2027.
When he's 29 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
23.
Hudson, don't forget about us in the big time.
When you're working with Scorsese, don't forget about
exactly.
us.
Yes.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Hudson will look for you on the Globes and everywhere else.